Welcome, Mr. Nandakumar. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Excellent. Glad to have you today as the part of the series. In the last 35 minutes, would love to know about your experiences of the latest trends of business. So, Mr. Nandakumar, my first question to you is, when I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, global CEOs, who have spent 20, 30, 40 years in business, ultimately at the end, it's not about the money alone. It is something beyond that. I want to ask you that what is your why? What drives you every day to morning to office?
Money is important, but what drives us maybe some sort of passion. The passion, as far as I am concerned, is when I am able to give employment to more people, and also if their development also is very important, and also we derive satisfaction when we are able to showcase that we are able to do something. This is a satisfaction for us also, because when we see the organization, that organization is growing, diversifying into various geographies, etc., and giving employment, attracting good people. These are the major things giving us passion. And of course, when we need capital, etc., then there are challenges, there are challenges. So when we are finding out the ways of mobilizing all these, we get some satisfaction.
Right. So I think what you said was you have passion, and also giving employment to so many people is something that drives you, and their empowerment and their growth is what kicks you.
Today, Manappuram is a well-diversified NBFC. It is predominantly, as you have said, it is a gold loan company, but it is the second largest gold loan company in the country. It has under its fold another company called Ashirwad Microfinance, which is the second largest microfinance company in the country. So we have other lines of business like MSME finance, affordable housing finance, commercial vehicle finance. So all these we have entered during the last 3-4 years. And by God's sake, all are going well, etc., even in spite of pandemic. So today we have more than 30,000 employees and asset under management of around 31,000 crores. So we expect that to grow at a CAGR of 20%, and we have been delivering an ROE of around over 20%. There was some dip during the pandemic, but going forward, we hope to maintain that 20% CAGR in the consolidated book and 20% ROE. So we have the new lines of business, even digitalization area. We have made we have taken many steps. We have started many of the
Sir, I would also like to ask you one more thing, that in your entire experience of running the company, if you could share with the viewers one of your personal and one of your professional life-changing experience, what you had on a personal level and a professional level, which changed your overall trajectory of working and doing business, what would it be? And if, sir, it could be a little loud, the voice is slightly unclear. Yeah.
See, I have inherited a small business from my father. I was after my education, I was working for around 10 years in a bank. Then when he fell sick, a problem, anything, it was his desire that I should take over the small business. The small business was lending against jewelry as a proprietary concern, where the loan book was a mere 25 lakhs and the capital was just 5 lakhs. So just two employees and our office was in just 200 square feet room, the place where we are headquartered even now. So from that two employees with 25 lakhs loan book to crossing the 31,000 crores, definitely we feel pride. So at the same time, as you said, yeah, well, the journey, we have learned the meaning. And that experience was something very, yeah, very much satisfying because even though we have confronted many challenges. So I plotted this company called Manappuram Finance Ltd. In 1992, from a remote village in Kerala called Valapad, which is in this district. So I started with just 10 lakhs capital, 92. And I had a strong desire that the company should be grown. Yeah, and just to raise money, I need to go public. Yeah, and I had to wait for 3 years to go public. And this the company made stock exchange in the country in 95. So in Kerala, in a remote village, it was very difficult to get people who have the knowledge. Even in Kerala, the capital market was not that developed those days. Very few companies. So it was a challenging. Many of the things, even though we got few qualified people here, they were not experienced, and getting people in a remote place in Thrissur was very difficult. So many things I had to learn on my own, and I lead the team. And also to get in getting a small company with a capital of around 1.25 crores, 1.25 crores, and raising 1.75 crores money those days for the minimal purpose of listing in the manner stock exchanges was that itself was very difficult. So somehow, with a sheer courage, that somehow we'll manage. Even difficulty was in getting even a banker to lead the public. So then after that, the share price, the shares were not traded. Very difficulty in getting these things. So now see, for one issue, one share, today it is 40 shares. One share of Manappuram today is 40 shares. How I would say 3 times 1:1 bonus. And a share split into 5. It has made the shares one share to 40 shares, and even at the depressed price, it is traded around over 100 rupees. So for those people from this village who don't know about the listed company, shares, etc., so it has come as a boom because 400 times the share has grown from 1995. And if we take the dividend today, for those it is 800%. Is it not very satisfying for anybody, any promoter? So it is not the money that what I make, more than that. For whom whoever have been rallied behind me, they are rewarded. So that is something. But I will narrate some of the very big challenges we had. In 95, yes, 92 we started, 95, we got listed, and towards 97, there were a big fall of many large name, very big names in the NBFC industry, mostly promoted by big industrial groups. So then we were not able to get funding, etc., etc. It was very difficult. So those days we were relying on mostly from the local deposits, public deposits, etc. But again, we were able to showcase the conflict of the trust of the people around. So with that, we are able to grow. But in many areas, we have this compelled us to pioneer. For the first time, we have brought the credit rating. Yes, the CRISIL and ICRA rated us back in 1994. Maybe for the first time in a credit rating agency, a rating any company in Kerala. So again, from Reserve Bank, we voluntarily opted for registration. Those days it was not tendered. This way, we were able to convince the lenders and the brokers that we are different, we are a listed company, this is our rating, etc. Then the fall of many large NBFCs towards the 97, 98. This has led to the controls also going up from by the regulator. Not only the liability side, till then was regulated, and now the regulator started regulating the asset side also, a holistic control and compulsory registration. So this transition of those days, many companies were there. Then that has reduced the actually operating companies in India to below 1,000 from around 50,000. So 49,000 has gone. So again, to grow, not only establish and grow, yes, it was a challenge which has been taken up. Then after that, we we started getting funding from banks in a very small way. Then towards 2005, 6, etc. It was the time of Mr. Kamath leading ICICI Bank, etc. He has taken many innovative measures. So we got a bank line of 100 crores from them. This was our first step. Then what happened is, this was by way of a new method we found out through securitization. That was till then the securitization in gold loan was not done in the country. We have done. And by that time, the banks regulator, the RBI inspection, they found some risk, etc., etc. Then they suddenly stopped. So this was a very big challenge. We were thinking that we will get money. We have opened the branches, but the branches were starving. It was a very big, very big challenge for me. So we don't have the money. So this is the time when the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Indian Hypothesis Association, they held a conference in Singapore. Then I had the opportunity I had gone there, and I had the opportunity, godsend opportunity, I would say, to present the case of other than hire purchase. Those days only the companies in India, NBFCs in India were doing only hire purchase of vehicles. So I had the opportunity to talk about the alternate modes of business of NBFC. because we were an odd man, perhaps odd man out those days. So I made a presentation there about gold loan. Nobody knows about gold loan. So it was yeah. And then after the presentation, yeah, I had somebody has called me, after the presentation, yeah, and asked, yes, yeah, you are talking about gold loan. What is this asset? I told of the family gold in the country, opportunities in the country, etc. So, being the pioneer in gold loan, we have to explain everything. So then he said, yes, we are, yeah, going to start. We wanted to start a bank in India, but we didn't get the permission. But we are going to, we have taken over a small company in Chennai, and we are going to start also money with us. So let us discuss. We'll come to your office with the team, etc. etc. So then they have come to our office. This is called Fullerton India, promoted by yes, Ramashet, the investment arm of yes, Singapore government. So they have come and they even beyond our expectation, they have sanctioned 500 crores. This is in 2007. And then the bankers' confidence have increased. Then they all have come. By the time I could present our case in many forums, what is gold loan, etc. And with that, I wanted to raise equity. Then, yeah, then through the presentation, I could get some pedigree investors also, Sequoia Capital and India Equity Partners, so some pedigree investors. So that has made a real change. So then after 1 year, they again put money, get a higher premium. Then I thought I can open branches across the country. This was the time, yes, our board, many people from investors like Sequoia, IEP, and others. The second round, Ashmore Alchemy has joined. Yeah, Granite Hill has joined. So we got a very highly professional board. Many, some of them, yeah, are qualified from Harvard, IIT, etc. So then this was the time I thought of opening hundreds of branches. Then the question came in 2009. Yeah, when we go to the other states, say, for example, in to Bengal, to Orissa, how do we introduce our company? How when a branch open, it was taking around 1 year to achieve break even. Then it was the time when the previous year our profit was around 180 crores. The company has grown in 2009, 2008. Then yeah, our plan was to achieve around 220 crores in the current that particular year. Where the previous year's profit was only that. Then it was the time I thought of opening branches. The board was actually frightened to see my plan of opening 1,000 branches because achieving break even, etc. So because they thought the budgeted profit PAT of around 220 crores may not be achieved. But then this was the time I also come across with another plan, so another budget of 130 crores for branding across the country with celebrities like Abhishek Goenka and every state. We have a film celebrity, dominant film celebrity as the brand ambassador. So 130 crores. How can we achieve? So my idea was, yes, from 1 year with the publicity, we should be able to bring down our break-even to 3 months. So my idea was not to engage a national celebrity. Yeah, in every state we have different film celebrities. The idea was wherever I am there, I should be reckoned as a company local. That's why in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Vikram. Yeah, in Karnataka it was me. Similarly in all of it. So that was a grand success. And with the result, our profit during that year has zoomed to 320 crores. Even after spending 130 crores for the brand building and opening so many brands. So this was a very big challenge. We went for a QIP. Yeah, we raised the highest FDI in Kerala so far. Yeah, through two rounds of yeah, QI. So this was and many things we have innovated. Yeah, to diversify our funding, like dollar bonds listed in the Singapore, etc. Then diversification, major diversification. We acquired one small company in Tamil Nadu. That small company is now with an asset under management of 9,000 crores in microfinance. So, but at the same time, we faced many challenges in some of these businesses, particularly microfinance.
So, sir, that's a. Thank you so much for telling me about the entire journey. I think sometimes it's just when everything is closed and then you get an opportunity and it just kicks off from there. And I think the market also grew so well, and the brands added to the feather to the cap. And I think the most important is the vision and the faith to keep moving forward with the business. So, sir, in the current context where fintech is getting big, everything is on apps, financial inclusion is happening in a big time and again, buy now, pay later schemes are getting into, and people are getting into consumerism more and more. Uh, what is your outlook? The changing fintech space, changing regulations of RBI, and what are the things that entrepreneurs in the fintech space should keep in mind to keep their businesses profitable?
So the regulations are changing because particularly in NBFC sector, which was not seen mature days, now it is getting more and more mature. Now, large companies like ours, yes, the new regulation, it is regulated on par with a bank from October of this year. So we are prepared very well for that in all areas. So another challenge is, of course, the digitalization and also the entry of new technology like artificial intelligence, metaverse, etc., etc. So this has come to every bank, and every bank is started operating these technology. So this the core strength of NBFCs were seen as the reaching the last mile. So last mile delivery was yes. Now with the newer technologies, the digital the loan products using fintech, etc., etc. The banks are also able to reach the last mile much faster, much easier than the past. So this is a big challenge for any NBFC. So the only way, yeah, in the world of competition, yeah, is to adopt to the newer technologies, etc., digitalization, etc. So NBFCs also realized that, and they are keeping. They are also we are also into the space of digital lending, etc. So, not only online gold loan, but the 24-hour money is available, even for the gold loan product. Only once he needs to pledge, thereafter, using his mobile, he can operate from anywhere, even in the case of gold loan, online. Apart from that, we have, for the gold loan customers, we have started unsecured lending, which is completely digital. So, for all these, we also are using the same thing. All these may not be with us. So, we outsource with our fintech company. So, this is a era of collaboration, rather than confrontation. So, when you can't compete, it is better to collaborate. So the NBFCs like us, we collaborate with banks, even in online, sharing the lending, yes, together, and also with the fintech, we through SaaS model. We do that, and through API now it is integrated, etc. Commensurate with the changes in the lending space. NBFCs also grow. I think it is what is most important is the consumer satisfaction. Only if the consumer is satisfied, whether it is a bank or NBFC, they have the access. So we were quite aware of that fact, and we have equipped to this movement, and we have given priority for the digitalization and automation of all the process. RPA is commonly used. Artificial intelligence also started. We are using particularly bots, etc. Bots assisted by AI. These are all in use to have a regular customer connect as well as cost rationalization.
Right. Sir, in your experience over the last so many years, building a world-class company, a large company, a company which is continuously innovative, you need a great team. And you are dealing with people. Yours is a people business. At the same time, it's a capital business. How do you ensure that people stick around with the vision and you are able to attract and retain top talent?
Yeah, this is a challenge before everybody. Personally speaking, how do I address? I engage my employees well, I hope. How do I engage? So one process is through continuous learning. So the employees, we recruit mostly average employees, means a graduate. Then we have tied up with many universities, etc., for continuing education for the MBA. Even for furtherance of their education, we have tied up with the various IAM, and with our senior people are sent to even to Harvard for a longer term courses, etc. And many and the various law colleges, etc. So we out of our 30,000 plus employees, every year minimum 1,000 employees are graduated into MBA now. So this way we not only MBA, that's a university. Even to improve their core competency, we have tied up with various agencies to train them continuously. And also in technology, we have tied up with Pilani to train our 500 plus engineers for their BTech and MTech programs in Pilani. We are a sector. So similarly, we have a tie-up with many leading institutions, including Wharton, Pennsylvania, etc. This way, we engage them intellectually, and this is the way what I find to meet our talent requirement. Not only meet our talent requirement, but also engaging our employees intellectually.
That's very nice. That's very nice. So last question. One fun fact about you, what people don't know.
This is very difficult for me to answer because something what I believe is about me, if people know, because I personally feel like I am a very transparent person. So, but for everybody, there would be something. Yeah. So far, I didn't get the opportunity to speak about that, and nobody has asked me this question about
No
that.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing maybe is yeah.
No, of course, I know that you like farms and you like
Yeah.
animals and livestock. Tell us something about that.
Yeah. This is that. Yeah. Even though I lose money in farming, etc., that is the biggest passion, perhaps. More than a businessman, yeah, I would have been more successful as a farmer.
No, of course. So if you have to summarize your entire life, and let's assume for the time being that I am your son and you have to give me 3 messages that to grow in business, keep these 3 things in mind. Out of my experience, I have learned it. Then what would it be?
Yeah. So risk taking is very important.
I'm sorry?
No, risk taking is very
Risk taking.
important. Yeah, that appetite should be there. But when we take the risk, we are bound to fall also at times. When we fall, the people around will definitely, yes, see success, everyone will celebrate. When we fall, people will all, the attitude will be very negative. So in such a situation, particularly when you live in a small place, in a village, where everybody is known, we should be able to show the courage and perseverance. Yeah. Anything what I used to believe. So what you do is not that important, but how do you do is more important. How do you do is more important. So yeah, if you are determined to do something, whether you fail or easily fail or not, you learn in the process why did you fail. And if you analyze that, if there is perseverance, anybody can be successful in the business life and build an enterprise.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Nandakumar. It was really nice talking to you and learning about your experience of running the business.